Wow, looking at the video, my last video I both posted, the audio sucked. And I think it's because it was using the audio from the camera, not the snowball that I have here. But I'm not gonna repeat myself. I'm not gonna redo it. So it is what it is. Anyway, so this is my second part video. Um, so I had a couple questions from people. So the first one is how. It was just how. I think how I got accepted. How you get accepted probably is what the question was. How did I get accepted in the University of Pittsburgh? Well, the University of Pittsburgh application was around 10 essays, like I previously mentioned, 10 small essays, like 250 words each, which is not too crazy. And they would ask you questions like, why University of Pittsburgh? I honestly don't remember some of the questions, but it was like 10 of them, like 10 random questions. Pretty much like, I think they were trying to figure you out as a person, like, um, you know. So, anyways, so what I did is uh, I used our tutoring program in our school, writing lab. I'd use it every week. So they only give you two hours or half an hour, two half an hours a week. I'm not too sure, but I would schedule, you know, whenever I could, to set up an appointment with the tutor, and I would write. So first, I would write my essays, brainstorm, like write it, um, write the answers, and then actually, I wouldn't write anything to be honest. I would go with the tutor and I would ask them like, "Hey, can you help me break down this question? Like, what do you think they're asking as administrators? What do you think they're asking in this question? Like, what do they want to see?" And me and the tutors will tackle it at each other, and that would actually help me brainstorm. Like, it's better to do something like do it with two brains than one, as they say. And so I would do it together with the tutor, and we'll like write what we think the question is asking. Um, so um, and but it would be my personal life, right? My personal um, goals and stuff. I probably rewrote. I've probably seen the tutors like 100 times. I think I started from August. I started scheduling every week, to rewrite every single um, answer that I wrote. So I revised it a couple of times. I really did put work for that application, and I think it paid off. Um, so that's how I got accepted in Pittsburgh, how I got accepted in Nebraska, which is so weird. I thought I wasn't gonna get accepted there. To be honest, I gave up eventually after I sent my application. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get accepted there, but I did. And here's what happened. So my GPA is low. It's a 3.4. And oh wait, let me before I even start that, let me tell you. I Every professor I had, I heard it like 100 times say, just because you're a guy, you're gonna you're gonna get in, which is not true at all. Why didn't I get in University of Arizona? Why didn't I get in Northern Arizona or Idaho? Like, that's not true. It doesn't work that way. Gonna say here, like, it was bullshit, because I honestly had that mentality. I was like, I'm a dude. I could get in this in any program I want. Nope. Don't rely on that. Don't believe that. And all the teachers that told me that, you guys are liars. Anyways, So I made the video answering the question, and you can see it in the, because they ask you a question and record yourself, uh, in the video and submit it. So I did that. Um, then I had to do the GRE, and I only had like a couple months to study. I was studying, um, to the point where I was, I lost myself just on studying the GRE. And I scheduled to take the GRE in person, which like in San Bernardino, which is like 2 hours from my house. Um, and I paid $200, you know, to go take it and to go fail it because I didn't do. I did really bad. Like my points were average. Um, when they show your score there, and I was like, oh man, dude, can't believe I did this bad. I'm not gonna get accepted, but I got accepted, and I think it was because I joined their open house and I asked questions. There was only a few students that were in the open house of the program, and all the faculty were there, and I was asking questions, and I told them what I offer to this program and what I'm looking for. And I asked them, like, I'm looking to probably even make a thesis. Like, I really want to do a thesis, and this is what I offer. This is what I know, my knowledge about. I have some ideas and this and that. And they even told me then and there, they're like, we have never had somebody ask us to do a thesis, but we're willing to start that just for you. They told me that right then and there in the orientation, or I mean open house. And I was like, whoa, dude, like that's freaking cool. And yeah, that's the second school. Let's see what other question I had asked. How do you handle rejection? Um, it's tough. Uh, it does kind of. You could take it either like. It kind of bummed me out a bit. I was like, what? But obviously, I got accepted to other schools, so it didn't hit me that hard. But I know, like, let's say somebody applied to a lot of schools and they're all rejected. And what can I tell you is that don't give up. I know it's cliche, but um, if there's a will, there's a way. If you really want it, you'll get it. And now that you've, you know, came across this rejection, like that doesn't mean that you're less. You're smart, so you have to um, learn from your faults. So now you have more time to be able to get more better letter recommendations, to work on a better letter of intent, to be able to do more research. These it's just more better opportunities for you to come um, do more research. Like, don't settle for a private school unless you really no hate against private schools, but they cost an arm and a leg, and there's a lot of them that they want you to spend your money there. Um, and they say another thing is it doesn't matter where you get your degree, which I don't believe that at all. But if you want to have that mentality, then you know, then just go to private school, or whatever school, But anyways, so I had another question was, oh yeah, what advice do you have for somebody that's gonna apply for a grad school? So my best advice is start early. So every every school has a deadline in November, right? So fall. Um, I don't remember, but start like on January. Start like looking at what schools you want to go into. Um, the California schools, like if you want to go where we got our bachelors, um, you gotta pretty much impress them. Hmm. So re- do your interview questions 100 times in the mirror. Be confident of what you're doing. Confidence is not like you have that attitude, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it. No, confidence comes from you practicing constantly into like it's embed them. I don't know the word. Embedded in your head. You know, when somebody asks you like the question, it just comes not like automatic. That's confidence, you know. So you gotta like revise your letter of intent 100 times. Like my personal statement, which is letter of intent, it's like I revised it like 10 times. Like my last letter of personal statement paper was completely different from my first. Like that's how dramatically or drastically I changed it. Like do that. um, if I recommend that if you could do private schools if you want, but me personally, I don't want to get in a private school. There's no way I wanted to get in a private school. It's just really expensive, and to me, I feel like it's not worth it. You know, the only top private, I mean, it feels like a top private school with the full ride or scholarships, and yeah, you know, of course, but you know, sometimes we don't get that offers. So I suggest you do public schools and try to find whatever you can afford or you want to. If you want to go in the low end, you know, I know that what I mentioned earlier, the WRGP program is really good. So like in a school like Idaho, stuff like that. And yeah, don't give up and you can do it. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I was going to say.